Oh,
You get a perspective, or you can do partnerships, you can do relationships. And I wanted the business owners that are the decision makers in a room. And so instead of having a seat at the table, I created my own table called the X Room.
I love this.
Right.
And, it's funny because a lot of times some of the networking groups that are out there are people showing up with their hands open, saying, what is it you're going to do for me?
Yes.
And your business model is not that. It is, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So a lot of people, they say don't be transactional, right? And I agree, but I love transactions at the same time because an initial transaction means a lifetime relationships a lot of time in business. So because the everyone preaches that, then this unauthentic. They know there's a great fit. It's such a perfect fit, but they don't want to say, hey, I see that you have a great community of people.
Yeah.
I have a great community of people. Why don't we combine forces? Why don't I sell my product to yours?
Yeah.
You can sell your product to mine and do an affiliate deal and everything else because they're so afraid of being that transaction.
Well, and not only that, they're afraid of asking that question. Like you rub shoulders with people all day long and you're like, man, we'd be good together.
Yeah, right.
I see something in that person than me that could create something fantastic. And they're too afraid to ask the question, but you're not afraid to.
No,
you say,
lean into it.
And why not? I mean, if you get a no, you move on to the next one, right?
That's right.
I love that.
Yeah, and so if you're looking for an agent to sell your house, do you want an agent that's done a lot of transactions?
Right.
Or one or two. You want that energy and the flow and everything else. And like you said, you can't be afraid.
Yeah.
Just lean into it. I think the definition possibly is you're trying to offer something that's not a fit to someone. Makes sense. But if it's a fit, lean into it.
Well, and you just don't know what possibilities are out there until you're questioning and asking and opening those the doors to conversations that could then potentially turn into a massive business someday.
Yes.
So you're partnered with Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. That's pretty freaking rad.
It is cool.
How did that come about?
Yeah. So I met Kevin like 12 years ago. He was running for Prime Minister of Canada.
Okay.
And I went up to Toronto, and it was in the middle of winter. And it was an agent, our agent reached out to his agent. I had 30 minutes.
Okay. Like a Shark Tank moment?
Kind of a Shark Tank moment in his office in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
So I slept at it was a Marriott that was 2 blocks from his place. And I woke up and it was like 20 degrees below zero. It was just freezing cold. And I thought my brain was going to freeze, and I had 30 minutes. So I was like trying to get my brain to wake up. So I went into this bank, this open 24 hours, like a block away. And I was like trying to gather my thoughts. And I was like, what does this person face on a daily? I've been around Barbara a bunch. I've been around Robert a bunch. I've been around Kevin. What do they get faced with on pitches on a daily basis, anywhere they go? And I was like, because I've actually been with Kevin to the mall a few times.
Like shopping?
Shopping mall. Like one time he was speaking at Harvard, his laptop went down and he had to go fix it. So I took him to the mall. He got pitched between the parking lot and the computer store maybe 30 times.
Wow.
And it's not like, hey, Kevin, what about this? What about this? Here's my ecosystem. Here's my ecosystem. Come to my side. So when I was sitting in that bank, I was like, I got to turn the tables. I don't want to be like everyone else the way they've pitched. So
Brilliant.
What the thought came to me was from Stephen R. Covey, which is first seek to understand and then to be understood, right? So my first question, I sat down and said, hey, Kevin, I've read all your stuff, follow your stuff. What's the future look like for you? Where do you see your brand going? And instead of me saying, hey, Kevin, this is my ecosystem. You need to join my ecosystem.
Yeah.
This is my product and service. Just seek to understand what his ecosystem or her ecosystem is.